don't complain about the economy, don't complain about your father, your mother. If you start complaining, blaming, and justifying, you will not be able to appreciate the gift of life. You will not be able to appreciate your contribution to humanity, to impact and improve the lives of people and property around you. So we always want you to wake up with a mindset of contribution, value, impact, improvement, because actually you'll be rewarded for adding value to humanity, because money is a reward for making impact. Money is a reward for making contribution. Money is a reward for at least solving a problem. So we say training we started 4 days ago. I mean, last week. We have to tie up the bottle right now. And if we are talking about why God will not give you money, because He has given you the ultimate source of money, which is your mind. So there is more money in your mind than your hand, than your bank account that is in your wallet. So you don't know how to print money from your mind. It's the reason why you are still thinking that money is an external factor. No, money on itself don't have intrinsic value. There's a value, something that money is following, and that is product or services. So your ideas, the thought in your mind. So it's about the human mind is a source of wealth and prosperity. So let's tie up the bottom today. Just conclude the training of the human mind. Okay, the human mind is the source of wealth and prosperity. So today is part 4, and today is I think 11th of August. Okay, so they are looking at why God won't give you money. So this outline, there are about 6 outlines for this training for entrepreneurs, the investors. So the outline number 1 is called context for the concept. So number 2, we have to look at what is money. Okay. Number 3, you're looking at you want more money. If you want more money, so what do you do? So okay, the starting point. So where do you start from? If you want more money. Number 5, second to the last outline. Why God won't give you money? We'll discuss that today. Why God. Okay, the last one, the bank, your bank of belief. Okay, so I will have to do a little bit of revision for those that are just joining us, so you will not be left behind. Okay, so it starts telling us that there is more money in your mind than in your bank account, than in your hand, in your wallet. So it's time to get money off your mind and get money from your mind. So money, people that always have money on their mind, there's in between on and off. So people that have money on their mind are people that always have lack of money, they have financial pressure, and they have the money in their bank accounts is small, and they're obsessed with I need money, I want more money instead of more value. So that is just to talk about money a little bit, because that was what the foundation we gave. That please, there is more money in your mind in terms of ideas, in terms of thoughts, because God will not give you items. God will not give you items. God will give you ideas. God will not give you things. God will give you thoughts. So, and if God gives you this, and this is what wealthy people always ask for, not this one. Poor people always ask for this, and all the rich and wealthy people ask for this. That is why you say rich man, don't ask him for items, don't ask him for cash. Ask him for idea, ask him the story he has, ask him the new innovation, ask him the kind of books he read, ask him about his habits, ask him about his routine. If you do what successful people do, you also become successful. You have the same result they have. So that leads us to, let's talk about money a little bit. What is money? So he start telling us that money is a reflection in a mirror. That means there's a substance in front of a mirror, and that substance is called value. The reflection in the mirror is what we call cash. So you cannot reach out to you want more money, you don't reach out to the mirror to adjust, you adjust the value in front of the mirror. So money is a metric used to measure the value of goods or services. So it's a measurement instrument used to measure, of course, the value of goods or services. So it's a tool. Money is reflection and measures the actual worth of things bought and sold. money is based on social contract in which we agreed a medium of exchange. So we have a medium of exchange that all of us agree is a social contract. If it's what is measured in terms of money, it can be bought also through the agreed medium. In the beginning and the end of every transaction is always value for value. So we always discuss that. I went to say that once what you do is to make the adjustment of the value of the object in front of the mirror, and the mirror, the object will change. So money is not really the end thing because it doesn't have intrinsic value. Money is referred to as legal tender, and we discussed a lot. And we said, you want more money, so what do you now do? So we said that if you want more money, you need to create more value in forms of products or services. Anything that solves a problem for other people is valuable to them. So anything that can meet up a need for other people is valuable to them. And we're also going to discuss that everything God created is actually designed to solve a problem. Everything man invented from what God created is actually designed to solve a problem. An entrepreneur look at a tree, convert that tree to tables and chairs. God created a tree, God gave us the plants, give us the seed, but you as an entrepreneur convert those trees to tables and chairs. God invented that tree to solve a problem for human beings. So they will gladly give you money in exchange. So a man look at the malina tree, turn it to paper, you are giving money. A man look at crude oil that God actually created, he turned it to fractional addition to have petrol, diesel, kerosene, man will give you money. So everything man invented was designed to solve a problem. And of course, we discussed that the other terms for solving a problem is to serve a purpose. So if you are solving a problem, you are serving a purpose. And every value serves a purpose by solving a problem. So given that everything that is of purpose solves a problem, meet up in it. If you don't like what you see in your bank account, you don't like what you see in your life, you don't need to pray and fast. You need to ask God for ideas, not God, give me money, give me money. God, nairas and pounds and dollars is not printed in heaven, or you will not see it fall from the sky. So God will actually give you idea, thought, innovation. So you can actually convert those ideas into value in forms of products or services. Then put a brand on it. When you put a brand on it, it becomes a premium product. You need to understand transaction. It's called relationships. It's called business skill. Ability to communicate, negotiate, of course, your ideas in the marketplace. So given that money is reflection of value, if you want more money, you must create more value. Money that reflects and represents and measure, you must create more value that can represent, that can measure in the marketplace, that can meet up a need, solve a problem in the marketplace. So value that everybody have need for things, because human needs are insatiable. So value more that you have, value you can add, value that you are. Instead of having more money in your mind, you have more value in your mind. So we discussed so much and went to the point we said that okay, that everything of value serves a purpose. So value is anything, product or services that solves a problem. Value is anything that is useful to someone else other than you. Value meets up a need for others. Value solves a problem for others. So that leads us to the starting point. So if actually money is a metric, and money is a measurement instrument as a means of exchange, as a legal tender. So money is a legal tender. So if we discuss that, it's simply legal tender. So if we discuss that and we say that if you want more money, you need more value in the marketplace that solves the problem of a need. So where do you start from? So that's where we start discussing about the starting point to making more money from your mind is to find a problem you can solve in the marketplace. So problem you can fix, problem you can meet. I think we stopped at some here. Let me check it. Okay, we discussed so much to the point we said that the marketplace is consciously and subconsciously looking for solutions, looking for new ideas, looking for new breakthrough, new technique, new technology that can solve the problem that cause them pain. A lot of people are passing through different pains. They're having pain. They need electricity, they need water supply, they need clothes, they need shoes, they need food. So a lot of things that is causing pains at different levels, and you have to solve for them they meet up that need at that different level. So you want to be paid more, you need to create more value in order for you to exchange and solve complex problems for a lot of people. Of course, you will have more money. So consumers run away from problems, creators run towards problems. Someone else's problem is the key to your prosperity. So, and God has ordained that the prosperity you will need, of course, is actually in the ideas and the solutions He has given to you already. But the challenge we have is that most of us don't understand that you're not supposed to share your $1 million idea and notion to a cup mindset. You're not supposed to share your 12 by 12 idea to a 3 by 3 mindset. So when God gives you idea that solves a problem, meet up in society, you went and show it to poor people, negative people that will discourage you, sabotage and criticize all your effort and make you not to embark on that journey. Because they don't take any risk, but they forget that risk takers are history makers and action takers are money makers. So someone else's problem is the key to your own prosperity. Problems are the keys to prosperity. If you can create a solution, source for the solution, supply the solution, that can help them solve the problem, they will always give you money. So we discussed so much, and we're going to stop. We stopped here last week, which we're going to tie up the button today, because tomorrow I have something very important for us tomorrow. Tell us tomorrow. Let me even give you a clue about tomorrow, because tomorrow's class is going to be an epic. So it's called a transformation is not an accident. So we have to look at how you can actually successfully transform all your ideas into tangible products or services. It's going to be massive. So it's a transformational class. So let's just round up this. So on your note, write outline number 5, why God won't give you money. So let's discuss that today. Why God will not give you money. So all those people asking for cash, 95% of prayer points in church is God, give me money, give me money. It's money related prayer point. So you can imagine that. And I've been praying since I was born till now. Most of them are still broke and poor. You understand why God will not give you money? Because He has given you the ultimate source of money, which is your mindset. That's why I keep telling you. You may not be born, you may be born naked, but you are not born empty. God deposits something in you, giftings, ideas, talents, creativity. So it's your responsibility to discover, develop, and deploy. Tell your neighbor, discover. Tell your neighbor, develop. Tell your neighbor, deploy. So if you don't want to be responsible to your own growth, nobody will do it for you. Nobody can eat for you. I cannot eat and it enters your stomach. It's not possible. I cannot be reading and it's entering your own brain. It's not possible. So you must take the 100% responsibility to stand on your leg. Tell your neighbor again, neighbor. A child that's afraid to fall will never walk. Tell your again, neighbor, he that has brain, sense is expected. So if you have a brain, sense is expected for sure. You will add sense to your brain, because brain will not just have sense. You cannot just wake up to reality. No, it's not going to be easy, because it's not something you do. It's not a habit you do. So sitting down to read and write is one of the best way for you to deposit in your mind. The only way to deposit quality information in your mind is to learn to respond to your responsibility, to teach, to get wise counsel, to get mentorship, to get guidance. That's the only way you get deposit in your mind, and it will withdraw, because you cannot withdraw what you've not deposited now. Because in the bank account, every transaction must have deposit and withdrawal. Yes or yes? If you go to bank to withdraw what you've not deposited, you see insufficient fund. Yes or yes? A lot want to withdraw from their mind when they have not deposited something in their mind. How can it work? Frustration Pro Max. What did I say? That's the frustration Pro Max. And because they don't understand this, it overwhelms them. Remember, I told you, whatever you don't understand overwhelms you. Whatever you understand, you can modify. Tell them modify. Okay, let's begin to take some notes now. Why God won't give you money? Write it down. The reason that God won't give you money is because He already given you the ultimate and limitless source of money, which is your mind. The reason that God won't give you money, or God does not give money, is because He has already given us the ultimate and limitless source of money, which is our mind. The reason why God won't give us money or does not give money, the reason why God does not give money or won't give you money is because He has already given us the ultimate and limitless source of money, which is our mind. So everything you ever sees is idea. Money is simply an idea. So why God won't give you money? Cash. Last time we talked about 5 levels of cash, 5 levels of money. We talked about the character, the credibility, leverage, credibility, skill and competence, and cash. The reason why God will never give you nairas and pounds from heaven is that we don't bring nairas and pounds from heaven, well, of course, dollars from heaven, because He has given us the ultimate and limitless source of money, which is our mind. If I've written that one down, shall I? Okay, write it down again. I know repetition is a mother of learning. There's no bad in repeating your statements. It's going to help you a lot. Please be writing on your note. And make sure you copy from your neighbor. Just copy. Copy is allowed. Don't copy the right cat and don't copy somebody's name, right? In case I'm too fast for you. So write it down on your note again. The human mind is the source of all money. The human mind, bracket open, idea, bracket closes. The human mind, that is idea generated from your mind, is the source of all money. All forms of money. It's simply idea. That is why if you don't spend time with yourself, how then will you create? Most of the time, the multi-billion-dollar ideas that we have is as a result of spending time with ourselves. We go on vacation, on the beach side, on stillness, on our thinking chair. You don't get idea when there's a lot of distractions in the midst of talking a lot. That is why people that don't spend time with themselves find it difficult to generate idea, because you must get to a point of stillness. You must get to a point of having a peace of mind, and so that you can be able to imagine, you can be able to visualize, you can be able to create. Because I keep telling you that I don't know, I don't need to clean this, but let me just see how far we can go today. That what we do in our mind is called imagination. Tell me, imagination. The workshop of our mind is called imagination. So imagination simply means an image nation. That means there's a nation God gave to human beings. It's called picture nation. There's a nation God gave us for us to live in that nation before you live in this real life. And you don't pay money to live in that nation. So any idea you can conceive in your mind and hold it so strongly, you can have it in your hand. Whatever your mind can conceive, your hand can have it. Whatever your mind cannot conceive, your hand can have it. So what you do in the mind is simply a mental arrangement of thoughts. So what you're supposed to do when you do that is you mentally arrange your thoughts. I call it mental arrangement of thoughts in a sequential of events that will produce desired outcome. So also use your mind to act movie. Turn on movie. Yeah, you also act movie in your mind, movies in your mind. So in your mind, you can start and play movie, cut, stop, cut, stop. So the more pictures, because the universe responds to the pictures in your mind. The universe, once a picture in your mind, of course, is formed, fully formed, and is so strong, and a burning desire with the willingness to learn and take action, forget about the rest. The universe responds. So you have a picture in your mind that you are small, you are poor, nothing is working for you. That picture is the reason why you are still attracting negative things to yourself. Until what you hear becomes a picture in your mind, you cannot practice it because your ear hears words, your mind pictures it. So what happens is that you should convert the transmission of words to pictures. So look, sit down and create a mental picture in your new house, in your new car, a wonderful family with your children, how you have a lovely home, how you are living a life of impact, legacy. All those pictures supposed to be so clear in your mind. But you know one thing? That thing, poor people don't like to do it. Poor people hate thinking. Thinking is the hardest habit poor people don't do. That's why they complain all the time. And it's not a one-time event. It's not an event. Success, wealth, make big. It's not an event. It's a process. Then a process. That means not something you do today, so you don't do. No. It's consistency. That's why I say consistency makes impossible. Consistency and persistency makes impossibility possible. So you sit down today, you add picture to that, you add flesh to your idea. Tomorrow you come back again, and it's supposed to be. It's supposed to have to have a particular time. You're supposed to have time. You sit down, maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock before you go to bed. Sit down in your thinking chair because you are the architect of your success in life. You have to create your life because God has given you the capacity to create. I told you, you are God's masterpiece, a piece of the master. God created us to create, and not create. Until the man creates successfully, the man cannot be figured. That idea, solution, license, something that will help people, property. You can, whether in a niche in the industry, fashion designing, food, of course, food. What are the toiletries industry, perfume industry? What is cement, rod? You must come to create. What is organization, system, strategy? You are a creative being. So the true source of money is your mind, and the only way mind can work perfectly for you is to sit down on the thinking chair to create, mentally picture the solutions you are bringing to the marketplace, and have a clear, because a solution to a nation, solution to somebody. God has already given us you the power to get wealth. So you are the one to get the Deuteronomy 8 verse 18. Some people call it the power and know goods and create wealth. They call it the power to get wealth and hold it very strong and remain there as a very powerful poor man. The power is to go and get wealth. Not get wealth. The power is not to sit down. So, and you only get wealth by sitting down to convert those your ideas into product or services. And sometimes, or most of the time, you don't even need to get involved in the whole process. All you do is picture it and look for competent people and share your ideas to them. They will bring your idea to reality. For example, if I give you this marker to come and draw Ferrari here, most of you have a very bad picture of drawing Ferrari. But you know what you do? If I have a picture of Ferrari, you better outsource it to an artist to draw Ferrari for you. He will get a better picture. So your own is to communicate, because see, whatever you can do, others can do. You delegate, they not delegate. Whatever you cannot do, others can do. Outsource it. They not outsource it. You only do the things only you can do. So you major on the major, minor on the minor. And not people don't know how to major on the major and minor on the minor. So they get themselves entangled with activities and business, and because of that, they cannot create the money source. They cannot sit down. Business is not progress. Business is not productivity. Beware of the barrenness of a busy life. Tell me, neighbor, beware of the barrenness of a busy life. Some people acting like devil sometimes, moving to and fro, having no direction. That's asking, devil, where are you going to say? They move to and fro, I'm looking for who to devour. No direction, everywhere, they're everywhere. That is why poor men congregate, wealthy men assemble. Because poor men don't just anyway that congregating, they will gather. They will pass, they will not go to wedding. They just be eating rice, they will branch. That's the problem with them. They know direction. Tell neighbor, speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without destination. Sit down and mentally picture like God. That's the true source of money. Until you finally create money in your mind, you cannot have it in real life. You don't believe that you become a millionaire, you cannot become one. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm a success. Say again, neighbor, I'm a millionaire. Write it down, you know, very important. God already given you the power to get money in your mind. God already given you power to get money. To get money. In your mind by, I'll give you 3 steps. God has given you the power to get money from your mind by, number 1, find a way to create value. God will give you the power to get money from your mind. God will give you the power to get money from your mind by, number 1, find a way to create value in forms of products or services to solve a problem for others. Number 1. So that's the number 1 way you get money from your mind. You have to find a way. Sit down to find a way. Write it down. Discover it. So find a way of creating value. Bracket open products or services, bracket closes, to solve a problem for other people. So that's how we do it. So, number 1, God will give you power to get money from your mind. You know, by number 1, I'll give you 3 of them. Find a way to get value. Find a way of creating value. Bracket open products or services, bracket closes, to solve a problem for other people. So, human beings has 3 basic needs. Number 1, man is a spirit for sure. So that lives in the body, but that has a mind. So as food is to the body, so is the word of God is to the spirit, and so is knowledge is to the mind. So if a man is hungry, there's nothing the body needs more than food. If a man is spiritually starving, he needs word of God to elevate himself. If a man is not doing well, of course, mentally, he needs knowledge. So man has 3 basic needs. You need the word of God, you need food, you need knowledge. So you look for a department, an area you want to solve, not to be everywhere like octopus. So you want to solve spiritual needs, very simple. Very simple. You want to solve food, very simple. And this food, this body needs clothes, it needs shoe, it needs ego, it needs luxury, you know, you need manicure, pedicure, you need to shave the hair. The body needs a whole lot. But the basic one is food, because you need to survive first. So, and then you need not, so for us, we just look for we solve mind problem. We look for knowledge. That's why we are a business learning community. It's insatiable. We can never finish. Man will always have a need. The way we need for us, food is to the body. So, of course, it's knowledge is to the mind. So, is the spirit to the body. So, you find a niche in the marketplace and solve. And whenever you add value, because I'm going to talk to number 2, man, the reward for solving the problem is always money. Because universe, let me say like this, value always commands its own return. If I write on your note again, value always commands its own return. That means once you give value out, the universe multiplies back for you. It's just like putting seed. Seed needs the soil needs the rain and the sun. This, of course, as they grow, the tree will give you fruit, and the fruit is good for the eater. So it's natural. Once your seed goes to the soil, natural state, a good seed, a good soil, the fertilization will take place. I said, value always commands its own return. Write it down. So there's no need of telling me, oh, what am I sure? If I give value, am I sure it's going to come back? It's because you don't know some principles and laws, because laws governs wealth. The world we live are full of laws, principles, and of course, and rules. And every game has a rule that governs it. And definitely there's a body of knowledge to everything. So if you don't play according to the rule will play against you. So in this world, don't come and live life as if you are doing trial error. He said, what God's my money? No! Understand the rules. For example, there's a rule called gravity. Turn on gravity. It takes place. I don't need to pray and fast. Whether I'm born again or not, it doesn't matter, irrespective of anything. So the same thing with some rules in life. So you need to discover the rules. You need to learn them. You have to be to learn, my brother. That's what we are still struggling, because learning is a royal habit. What did I say? Learning is a royal habit. Tell neighbor, boy. It takes a king to study. Since you are doing right now, this is what the king does. It's a royal thing. This is royalty. Tell no royalty. Royal men, they sit down to learn. But poor men, they're everywhere. They're broke. That one day when they're broke, God, why me? It's not village people. It's a mindset. Tell no mindset. Let me tell you something. The village people are too small. God has lifted you to sit far above principalities and powers. So it's not a problem with village people. But the greatest miracle is waking up in the morning. It trembles the darkness. Darkness cannot comprehend it. That you wake up this morning is the biggest miracle. That Satan cannot hold you down. Darkness cannot hold you. Death cannot hold you down. You're more than enough. Touch yourself and say, I am more than enough. You know why you're still where you are? Because you're so afraid. But you forget that God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of sound mind. Tell us sound mind. Mind cannot be sound without knowledge. Tell your knowledge. This is what makes the sound. Tell you something today. See, knowledge makes you unfit for slavery. What did I say?
Knowledge makes you unfit for slavery.
You cannot enslave a man that has light knowledge. You cannot enslave him. He becomes so powerful. That's why the devil will do everything for you not to sit and read, to learn. Because all the things you're looking for is the pages of the books you have been avoiding since. You have been avoiding it. And you're busy looking for what you can do. That's why the universe don't reward you more. There's a way the universe rewards people. It rewards you according to the hierarchy of value you create in the marketplace. The universe will reward those who can unify than those who can implement. The universe will reward those who can communicate more than people that can manage. Reward the imaginators more than the communicators. So there's a hierarchy of reward, and people don't understand these rules. So they keep looking for money with their effort. That's the worst thing you can do, working for money. Money is a bad master and a loyal servant. Don't work for money. It doesn't. The emptiness of money cannot explain. That's why we work for value. The wealthy men look for different kind of money. Value, eternal value. Poor men look for different kind of money. Cash, they're not cash. That's the last time I checked. They don't have it. They will never have it. Because if it comes to them, it cannot stay. Sustainability, you must be able to sustain and have scalability. If you cannot sustain, you cannot scale. How do you scale? How do you duplicate what you not sustain? It cannot work. It cannot work. So let's write it down. The thing that God has given the ultimate source of money and the method of which is your mind. So number one, you need to do find a way to create value from support to solve a problem. Number two, you need to find a way to enrich others. That's how it works. That's how it works. Find a way to enrich others. Find people to enrich them. Add value to them. Money will come to you. Because value is anything that is useful to them. I told you your usefulness. See, the day you stop, your relevance is tied to your usefulness. So the day you stop being useful, you stop being relevant. So as you are relevant, you are being useful. As you are useful, you are relevant. So that works. So you cannot tell me they're using me. They must use. People not using me. Are you not using me every day? They only use things that are useful. Yes or yes? People don't use things that are useless. So I said that you must find a way to enrich others. So your thinking should be, how do I add value to somebody? This guy have NEPA problem, light problem, shoe problem. How can I solve it? You're thinking about adding value. In fact, when you're consumed with the thought of enriching others, you will not think about problems in your life. And you know what happened? You will not attract negative things to God. You are spending time thinking about, we are poor, we are broke, things are hard with me, life is so unfair. Why are you hard? And you are thinking like that, you're attracting more to yourself because that's how the universe responds. The universe don't know it's his neutral ground. I tell you, money is not bad, money is not good. Money takes the form of the person that holds the money. Money in the hands of a good man is good. Money in the hands of a bad man is bad. So it's a neutral factor. So you're sitting down blaming everything. Nobody is not giving. The more you attract yourself, crap, the living magnet. You attract negative to yourself because of the predominant thought. Hey, you're jealousing me. Nobody's jealousing you. Nobody have your time. Ever have problem. And he wouldn't even get in bottom. Yes or yes? So definitely. So looking at it, finding a way to enrich others is one of the best way you make money. Number three, write on your notes. You need to find a way to be of value to the society around you. Find a way to be of value to the society around you, to your environment, in your church, in your village, in any way you find yourself. Find a way to be of value, becoming the person of value. So how do you become the person of value? By learning, by studying, by reading, by attending training, by getting involved, by taking the actions. Don't be afraid of failing. Failure is part of the success. It's part of this. You cannot remove failure from success. You can never remove failure from success. It's part of the process. Then a process. Finding a way to be of value to the society around you. So if you ask God for money, God will give you ideas. If you ask God for items, God will give you ideas. God, this is what God normally do. That's why if you don't sit down, how do you know when God is talking to you? God always give you ideas, thoughts. God give you thoughts. God don't give you things. God don't give you items. So stop asking for what people are asking for. That's why they don't have it now. Ask for what the rich and wealthy ask for. We ask for ideas. We ask for all these things are all ideas. Internet is ideas. It's an idea. Idea. So you don't understand certain way with how God answers prayers. If you're asking God for things, He will give you thoughts. If you're asking God for items, He give you ideas. God already giving you the ultimate and limitless source of money, which is the human mind. The last one for today, but not the least, let's write it down. So if we said that why God won't give you money, will give you cash, is because I'll give you the ultimate and limitless source of money, which is your mind. What else will do in your mind? Imagination. Is a workshop of the mind. You know what we do in workshop? You have hammer, you have chisels, you get the wood, you cut it small. That's what you do in your mind. When people sit down and use their mind to worry, don't worry. That's why thinking has to be on paper. If you don't think on paper, it's called worry. Get pen and paper. This is how we think. Let me show you how we think. Let me give you a clue. I get pen and paper right then. If I want a target of 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, $50 billion, I put it there. My target for the year and my target for the month. I put there 10 million naira. I put a goal. Who do I need to become? Who do I need to become to get the target? Who do I need to become? And then what kind of education do I need that will give me the identity to become that person to get this? So I've been doing a possible solution. I can sell product, I can sell goods or services, I can connect with to quality information. That's what I do. So the more you think, the more clarity you have, and the more clear your vision is in your mind. Nobody will give you vision. You have to sit down and give yourself direction. You have to sit down, imagine something, just sit down, keep it back, write your thought. Sometimes I don't want to write. It makes me sleep because it's a habit. Okay, let's do this. Let's round up this class. Your bank of belief. Your bank of belief. Your bank of belief. I always define belief as accepting as true. Accept as true. That's your belief. Do you know you become a good father? Yes, I accept as true. You don't need knowledge. You want to be billionaire? Yes, I accept. Because if you don't believe, you cannot seek knowledge in that direction. You only seek knowledge in the direction of your belief. Do you believe you're going to be a medical doctor? Yes, I believe. You're going to write jam, start medicine. Because you believe that you become a doctor. That's why you started the process. Accountant, and anything you want to do, you go to tell yes. If you believe it, you seek knowledge in the direction of your belief. So your bank of belief is very important. Your true bank is your bank of belief. Because you don't believe you can become a millionaire, no matter what somebody does, you cannot, because wealth does not exceed personal development. What did I say? Wealth does not exceed personal development. So your belief determines your knowledge, or you seek in your personal development, the direction of your progress. You want to improve, you want to grow. So you have to unleash your bank of belief, because there are two things that happen in every bank. I told you every bank must have number one, deposit, turn on deposit. Number two, you must have withdrawal, turn on withdrawal. So you cannot withdraw what you have not deposited. So what do you deposit in your mind? So for you to withdraw, number one, write it there. Write it there. Unleash your bank of belief. Unleash your bank of belief by number one, deposit. Number two, withdrawal. Under deposit, write it, deposit knowledge. How do I put on my notes? Consume knowledge. Let's put it like that. What you deposit in your mind is to consume knowledge, wisdom, ideas, innovation, learning, accepting correct instructions, attending seminars, coaches, mentorship. So what you deposit in your mind is knowledge, wisdom, learning, teachings, seminars, workshop from coaches. That's what you deposit. So if you deposit, if you consume books, attend training about personal development, about leadership, system structures, you consume those knowledge about investment, about treasury bills, bond, mutual fund, seeking knowledge in direction, because you believe you become a multi-billionaire. So you won't be a CEO of MD. You plan to consume this knowledge. So you deposit knowledge, you deposit ideas, you deposit innovations, learning systems, accepting correct instruction from mentors, leaders. That's what we do. That's why you don't see us discussing people. That I told you, poor men discuss people, average men discuss themselves, wealthy men discuss ideas, and ideas rules the world. You can see, misery loves company, like to gather themselves. Things are having thought. My husband is beating my husband. They're just consuming negative things. That's why bad communication corrupt good manners. And the truth of the matter that the quality of your conversation determines the quality of your life. The quality of education you receive, that's the quality of your life. So how do you deposit in your mind? Because your bank of belief is your mind. The ultimate true source of money is your mind. So your mind must edify you. Because you know why? As a man thinketh in his mind, so easy. So who you are is a result of your thinking. And the way you think, the way what you have been consuming is the environment you expose yourself to, the information you receive. A man say you become the next person, the same person you are today in the next 5 years, except the books you read and the people you associate yourself with. The quality of relationship matters a lot. It's going to help you to become more. Stop associating with poor people. Two poor men can never help themselves. Never help themselves in this life. Tell neighbor. Two poor men can never help themselves. They are not talking to me. That one is begging for a charge card. Tell neighbor. Two poor men can never help themselves. You must open that your mouth today. You know, I can do see, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Open your mouth. Tell again, neighbor. Two poor men can never help themselves. That is why you don't help anyone from the point of weakness. You help them from the point of strength. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You must have some value you deposit in your cup to be able to pour some value out. So what do you withdraw? Once you deposit knowledge, ideas, quality relationship, you withdraw. What you withdraw from your bank of belief, you withdraw solving problems for other people. Write it down. Number one, solving problems for other people, resolving issues, meeting a need. That's what you withdraw. Solving problems for other people, resolving issues for other people, meeting up needs for other people, enabling aspirations, creating value for other people. That's how you solve problem in terms of product or services. So you solve problem by resolving issues, meeting a need, enabling aspirations, creating value in terms of product and services to other people. So that's how you do. So all banks must have deposit and withdrawal. So trying to withdraw more than you deposit, we will experience insufficient fund. That's one. If we want to withdraw more than the deposit, is insufficient fund. So we have more money in our mind than in our hand. So the more you deposit, the more your withdrawal will be. So what you write on your notes as we round up this section is that if you're trying to withdraw more than you deposit in your mind, will give you insufficient funds. So a lot of people want to withdraw more than they deposit. That's why you don't understand that relationships in your life are banks. One way are withdrawing more from that relationship. That is why it's always good to meet a wealthy man and tell him your problem. You tell a wealthy man your goals, your dreams, your strategy. You don't tell him your problem. Once you tell a wealthy man your problem, you are shutting down the bank. You are closing your bank account. Say no, closing your bank account. One of the major way to close a quality bank account is to ask for money, items. No, don't do that. Stop closing. You are shutting down. Because if you want to go and withdraw, they block you. There's insufficient fund, no money again. That's why you go to a wealthy man with your ideas. They're not ideas. No, with your problems. So you don't tell your destiny helper your problems. If you tell them, because we think that we want to give. We are generous people, but we don't want to give to people that have entitlement mentality, because we are aware. Once you give a poor man something the first time, to create appreciation, second time anticipation, third time expectation. If you continue to give that poor man, give him the fourth time, you're going to create entitlement mentality. Given the fifth time, you're going to create dependency syndrome. And we understand this principle. Once you give someone more than 5 times, the day you ever stop giving to that person, to create resentment and hatred. So that is why we don't want to get to that level. See, the thing is this, you need to understand that too much free food disables poor people capacity to think. Poor people no longer think. That's why they complain. Because if you're thinking, using the resources God has given to you, you will become great in life. You don't have lack of resource, you have lack of resourceful men. If you're not resourceful, all the resources will be useless. Because knowledge makes resources useful. What did I say? Knowledge makes resources useful. Thank you so much. That's the best we can take today. I really wish I have the luxury of time. But our class cannot exceed 9 o'clock. So it's 8 to 9. So we have a little time to do some briefing and some question and some feedback. And then we can call it today. So online community, please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. My reason philosophy is that mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. And he that stands on the shore of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. And money will meet money in your hand. Shalom. And bye-bye for now. That's the best we can take. So tomorrow, 10 or tomorrow.